Hello, y'all. It's almost time. NFL Draft 2022 is damn near here. My name is Big E on Tell It Like It Is podcast. I broke down my final mock draft. And then I would like to explain what it is for a fit. You don't have to be a first round talent to be big in the NFL or to be a Hall of Famer. You just have to be the best fit at that position. And that's what I know. For all these impatient people out here, teams across the world, fans across the world, free agent comes. Everybody thinks that you got to sign big name players. No. It's about the fit. Okay? If this player is being productive with a team and he comes to another team and you said he ain't done shit, well, reason why? Probably because he's not a fit for that organization. They signed him because of what he done with the other team. But that is not a fit. You get players a lot of times you haven't really heard of, but when they get with your team, you take notice. Why? Because they are a good fit. I don't think players make schemes. I think schemes make players. That's what I'm big on about fits. And that's why I believe and I stay in Ryan Rivera's corner because I know they're looking for fits. So be patient. Washington Nation, don't get all bent out of shape if you think they need to be signing all these players. I had to touch base on that. I had to put it out there. A fit is what you're looking for. Draft, free agent. Draft, free agent. You in them war rooms, I'm sure there's arguing going on, get a little heated, because they looking for fits. If I'm Scott Turner, I'm saying this wide receiver is a fit. Say like Drake Landon. He's big. He's 6'5". Why do we need to go after Garrett Wilson or Olave? Why do we need more speed? We got Terry McLaurin. Curtis Samuels, pump the brakes, people. Curtis Samuels was hurt all last year. Don't mean he's going to be missing a lot of games next year. Speed. De'Ami Brown, criticisms, unfair. Speed. Second year, coming in his second year. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Why would you go out and draft another speedster? I understand football is about speed, but damn. Go get you a big target for Wentz. Hell, he made Michael Pittman Jr. a household name last year. Okay, he likes the big receivers. Go get him. The red zone, you got him in Logan Thomas at tight end down in the red zone. So if you draft Drake Landon, then yeah, you got some height down there in that red zone. And I think Drake Landon, is a 50-50 guy. He will go up and get it. He's big. So I'm going to run down my mock draft with all that being said. Take it for what it's worth, but I'm all about the fit, and I get it, and I understand it. Now, I wrote down my final mock draft, and I'm sticking with it. See what happens. If they cannot, Washington, let me back up. Washington's got 6 picks. We all know that. They got the first, the second, 4, 6, and 2 7th rounders. 2 7th round picks. Now, for some reason they trade out at 11, which I think that's their first option, and pick up more draft picks, then cool. But if not, this is what I think is going to happen. This is what I think. This is my mock draft. So sit back and listen. All right, with that first pick, I just mentioned it. Drake London, wide receiver out of USC. Why? I think he's going to be a perfect fit. Why? Because he's big. He's tall. Matter of fact, I reached out to my guy, Randy Martin, and I told him I've been pondering over this, and it just makes sense to make Drake London their first pick with that 11th pick if they still have it. Let's forget about the if. Right now, we know they had the 11th pick. So, he's big, 6'5", he blocks. That's what they love in Washington, receivers that can block. And I just think it'll be a huge target for Wentz as they move forward. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't think Wentz there for a bridge quarterback. I think Wentz is there. This is why this makes sense. If they get Drake London, I think Wentz is going to be there for a couple, maybe 3 years. That's what I think. I think they'll rework his contract, help out on the cap situation, and boom. But they're going to get that man some weapons. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be better than what Indy had. But I'm going to go down that, and I'm explaining why. Okay, so Drake London. Now, woo, this was a tough one on me, too. You go safety, you go running back. And listen to that, running back. That's huge, and I'm going to explain why. So I went ahead and put safety with that second pick. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I hate to use the word if, but he may be there in the second round, and that'd be Kyle Hamilton for Washington. But if he's not, then Louis Chain for safety out of Georgia. Why? Everybody knows Jack Del Rio and them loves that Buffalo nickel. You got to have a safety that can tackle and have range. And I believe he can do that with Cam Curl. That makes sense. Yeah. Originally, I was thinking it might be one of the Michigan safeties, but like I said, this is my final mock draft, so I'm going with Louis Chain. Excuse me if I mispronounce his name. Now, I mentioned no third round pick, fourth round. I think this is where they'll get a middle linebacker. I don't know about that Cole Holcomb moving to the middle, but this is where I think they'll get a linebacker. And this is where I really feel they'll get a steal. I mean, I like Charles Muma, but I don't know if he's going to be there. I'm talking about we're in the fourth round now. So I believe they will select Christian Harris out of Alabama. This guy, excuse me, let me get through so I can hit somebody, knock them straight on their ass. This is what type of player he is. Now, cover skills, not sure. He allowed 1,000 yards, I guess, in coverage his stay at Alabama. But you know what? I'm sure that could get worked on. But this is what I'm saying. My mock draft, and I think Christian Harris will be sitting there, and that's who they'll select. Now, did I mention that they're going to add more weapons than they would that he had out in Indy? And this is why. Now I'm going up on the running back at the sixth round. And I think it's going to be Zamir White out of Georgia. And here's why. You want a thumper? You want somebody physical? You want somebody in that goal line? Oh, he a goal line smasher. He was smashing in. And this is what they was lacking. They could get in the red zone, Washington. But it always stalled. Always stalled. I don't know if it was Heineke. I don't know what. But hell, it always stalled. They left a lot of points out there last year. Just because you get in that red zone, we all know it gets condensed. We all know throwing deep ain't happening. You got to fit it in. But this is how you protect Wentz. Is Zamir White, a thumper out of Georgia. Okay? A thumper out of Georgia. Now, this is what I'm talking about. So you're going to have Antonio Gibson. You're going to have J.D. McKissick. You're going to Jaret Patterson, chances are he's going to be moved to punt and kick return duties. But you're gonna have J.D. McKissick, Antonio Gibson, and then if you able to draft Jamar White out of Georgia, I think you don't set it up. Oh, you're going to move that rock. Scott Turner's offense will move it on you. Don't make no mistake about it out there to the world. Oh, they'll move it on you. You get in that red zone, you got to be able to thump. And I believe this is a damn good pick right here. Now, going down to the 7th round, they got 2 of the 7th round picks. This is where you upgrade from Tim Settle. Say what you want. Everybody miss him because he left. Okay, say what you want. He's in Buffalo with a friend of his. Say what you want. Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne call me crazy, but I think they played just as many snaps as the offensive linemen did. Okay? Do we not think about how much snaps them 2 interior defensive tackles play? Do we not stop and think about that? Well, I'm going to help you think about it. They played over 80 to 90% of the snaps. I'm telling you. Every time the defense was on the field, they was there. All 4 downs. At least that's the way it looked to me. Okay? So now, I'm liking this young man out of the University of Houston, Logan Hall. Height. Sometimes might be get him out of position, but he's strong with his head, great use of hands, and that first quick step. Okay, listen, hands, step. Okay, hands is huge as a defensive tackle. That means the blockers can't stay up on you. They make that contact. Logan Hall strong, boom, get off me. And then that quick step to get in that backfield. I think that's a sleeper. I think people need to pay attention to Logan Hall. That's what I got with one of the first of the 2 7th round picks. And then to end it, I love the tight end room. Logan Thomas, John Bates. What a find that was. John Bates. But I think Sammy Reyes is in process, whatever. He's a project. He's probably good on special teams. So I ended up giving Washington on that last pick a tight end and a hometown young man from Virginia Tech, James Mitchell. You want to talk about a man that got hands? There you go. What do y'all want me to say? There you go. And I think he'll fall that far. Why? Because he had an ACL last year. You know how it is. It's like the plague. Matter of fact, players have ACL. It's like the N-word. Oh, we can't do it. We can't do it. James Mitchell, probably be a good pick there at 7. I love it. Stay tuned. The draft is coming up Thursday. This was Big E's mock draft for the Washington Commanders. I want everybody to have a good weekend and chat with y'all after the draft. Thank you. Bye-bye.